Donk.
Donk.
Donk. That name is being shouted everywhere. He is one of the best Counter-Strike 2 players in the world, the MVP of IEM Katowice 2024 and the star of Team Spirit. But how did he become such a successful player? What difficulties has he overcome? And what does he do when he is not playing the game he loves? This is To Pizza and we will answer these questions. Danil Krishkovets was born on January 25th, 2007 in Tomsk, Russia. He has loved video games since childhood and started playing Counter-Strike with his older brother when he was 5 years old, and his brother instilled in him a love for esports. Danil devoted much of his time to training, but he also studied well in school. His parents did not let Danil's hobbies get in the way. At first, Danil participated in tournaments in his hometown.
Сегодня играю лан в Т-арене вот с этим вот пупсиком. Данил, передай всем привет. Данил, ну давай. Здрасте. Ему 12 лет, и он жестко ебет. Сегодня он будет чемпионом.
At the age of 14, he made it to the European FPLC League, which attracted talented players and allowed him to compete against the best players from different countries. His playstyle did not go unnoticed, and he received an offer from Team Spirit, which took him to its academy. There he continued to hone his skills and gain experience playing for the team, and in 2023 he moved to Team Spirit's main roster, where he earned the position of Rifler. Since then, he has become one of the team's key players, winning numerous victories on the international stage. One of the highlights of Donk's career was the IEM Katowice 2024 tournament, where he played brilliantly and helped his team win the gold medal. He earned the title of MVP of the tournament, becoming the first Russian player to achieve this feat. His style of play is characterized by aggressiveness and precision. He often takes the initiative and makes important kills. He also has excellent game sense and the ability to adapt to different situations. He is considered one of the most talented and promising players of his generation. However, Donk sometimes plays Counter-Strike 2 as well as other shooters such as Valorant and Call of Duty. Additionally, he is interested in games in the RPG genre such as The Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk 2077. He likes to listen to rap and rock music and also plays guitar, boxing and soccer to stay fit. Danil does not hide the fact that he dreams of visiting different countries and getting to know new cultures. He also thanks his friends, family and fans who have supported him throughout his career. He is one of the best Counter-Strike 2 players in the world, and he has no intention of stopping yet. How much money does Donk earn? Donk earned over 172k. Since 2022, the esports player has taken first place in 7 championships. He also became the vice champion of the 5th and 6th seasons of the We Play Academy League and CCT Online Final Number 2. Donk wins tournaments. One guy from Russian esports website, which name is Daniel Savkin, watched the last 50 matches on Mirage, played by Donk. Why is there only one map? Donk has 6,000 games on Faceit, 1-3 of them on Mirage, and Spirit recently had 14 consecutive wins there, and more than 90% win rate. The game starts, he rolls out into the middle by CT and kills 3 enemies. That's how 90% of the rounds go, and it's pretty easy to win 5v2, Magic said about his teammate. Plus, watching a person play on the same map makes it easier to track their progress or regression. But this is not a case of Donk. The last map from the sample is dated February 20th, the match on RMR against Moose, and the first one is January 20th, 2023, the battle of 2 academies in CSGO, Spirit and Big.
Close it, and it is not the round Apex would have hoped for.
Donk is a very aggressive player in CS2. He shoots very well and he is confident. He doesn't struggle to fight 1v1 with more experienced players. Usually he plays in the attacker's position. In January 2024, he had one of the highest ratings on Mirage, 1.7. But the thing is, his aggression can have unpleasant consequences. Sometimes he refuses to play from bomb and good hiding spots. Sometimes he ignores teammates, coach or referee and has inappropriate behavior. But it's Donk. He overestimates himself. His aggression can be an advantage or become a weakness. Donk has a huge potential, but he must control his aggression to find the right balance between offense and defense. He must find a way to communicate with his team and show respect to his opponents. If he does it, he will become a favorite player for people around the world. How to defeat Donk. First way to defeat him is one shot before he sees you. This way works on every player, but Mabur showed plan B. They killed Donk with many grenades in the connector because they were tired of his aggressive peaks. Donk is not a clutch master. On 50 maps he had only 6 clutches, 1v1 or 1v2, because he starts his duels on first timings. He doesn't have many highlights like other iconic players, but if we watch his gameplay it looks like he plays against noobs and bots. The main reason is that he appears in the right place sooner than opponents and makes kills easily. Donk doesn't train his shooting, he just plays Face It all day. At the age of 17, he played more than 6,000 games on Face It. That's the reason why he became such a successful player. Donk is a really good player, and this is just the beginning of his great career. He is Donk, and this is his story.